Yep, Rage Face 620. Rage Face 620. Alright. And I'm gonna have to figure out how to take you guys out of that ban. So, let's see what I can't do. Because it is important. Yeah, Arcane. You're the only one. Rageface permanently banned Magma and Lockjaw because Milk-chan asked him to. Alright, this might work. Alright, got him. Alright, you're unbanned. Alright, I fixed it for you. Sorry for the, you know, disappointment right there. But yeah, that stinks. Alright, let's try and continue with your thing. Really wish there was a way to report him for this. The only thing that gives me any indication of time passing is, well, how much everything has changed. New Meridian is certainly not the same city it was back in my family's day. It's a bit disorienting. Well, I would think so. Well, don't worry, Squigly. If there's anything that confuses you, I'm willing to lend a guiding hand. As you could say that, you lightly tap your fingers across the back of Squigly's hand. Giggle. In any case, I'm really glad that we get a chance to be this way, Squigly. I am too, Doug. Squigly, I wanted to ask you. Yes? Your hand. Though technically your body is dead, your skin feels alive. It's very soft and smooth, and while not entirely warm, it's not freezing cold either. Come to think of it, you don't smell at all like rotting flesh. Your skin may have turned color, but your left hand may be missing, but if you don't mind me saying, you're actually very nice. You're actually very much in one piece for someone in your condition. I'm certainly glad you think so, Doug. I'm relieved to know that my zombified body hasn't been a burden on your senses. Of course it hasn't. Oh, of course it hasn't. Far from it, actually. In fact, I don't think you knew much of a zombie. Zombies, by definition, are just mindless, fresh, gaming, undead monsters. And you couldn't be further away from that, Squigly. Why, I must thank you, Doug. It means a lot to me that you would see me as a normal girl and not an undead monster. Of course I don't, Squigly. You're not a monster in the slightest. How could anyone possibly mistake you for the wonderful girl that you truly are? You'll, oh, stop, Doug, you're too much. Well, I really do mean it, Squigly. I do have one question, though. Despite being dead, how have you stayed alive in such a relatively good condition all these years? Oh, that is right. It's quite simple. I owe my physical state to my ever-faithful companion, Leviathan. Yes, madam, you called for me? Leviathan, would you care to explain, Doug, how you maintain my being during my rest? Gladly. You say, Doug, my own regenerative abilities are the main source of my mistress for being, well, mostly intact. They are what would have preserved both her body and mind during her 14-year slumber. And they continue to preserve them at this very moment, both against the Skullheart's possession and the natural decay. That is why you observed her body is neither rotting nor stiff, and she neither has an unpleasant odor nor the cold to the touch. And it should go without saying that she is wholly free of any flesh-eating organisms. No host of mine is ever going to play dinner to a swarm of subterranean scavengers. I really admire your loyalty to Squigly, Leviathan, continuing to protect her years after her death. It's true devotion right there. Alright. Though I do wonder, if your powers kept her preserved, why is it that her body is, how do I put this? Not all the way there, if you see. See. I assume that you refer to my mistress' hair and her skin colorization, among other things. Sorry if I offended you, but yeah. Not at all, Doug. You see, the answer to that is, well... Sorry, as much as I hurts me to admit it, my abilities are not quite perfect. Despite my best efforts, I could not preserve my lady's form in its entirety during her rest. Inevitably, both my powers and her body had begun to wither, to a degree. Even now, I struggle to ward off the Skullheart's influence on her mind. This failure to protect her truly is my greatest shame. Sure, we'll skip it. Please don't feel upset, Leviathan. I assure you, you're doing more than an adequate job of preserving and protecting me. You truly mean that, my lady? Absolutely, Leviathan. Were it not for you, I wouldn't be here in any form right now. Every second of life I have is now owed entirely to you. Besides, I can't really blame you for my imperfections. After all, that confrontation we had, it would only be natural for your powers to be weakened some. I can imagine the wicked people who embalmed and encased me, particularly delicate with my body. Yeah, give her some credit, Leviathan. Give yourself some credit, Leviathan. As if keeping her body from wasting away wasn't enough, you even kept her from turning into another undead slave of the Skullgirl. If you ask me, that's true dedication beyond that of a parasite and its host. Doug is right, Leviathan. You're not merely a parasite, you're also a member of my family and also a well-cherished friend. I am honored that you think me of such a way, my lady. As I've said many years over, times and time again, 'tis a pleasure to serve you, and I shall serve you for the rest of my days. Thank you, Leviathan. Finally nods to Squigly and then gives you a cordial bow of his head. And thank you, Doug. Your words of esteem truly humbled me, my good sir. Not to sound premature, but I think that you make a fine suitor for my mistress, one whom her parents would have been proud to call their own. My intuition tells me that she feels the very same as well. Squigly gasps and holds her hand to her mouth as her face turns bright red. Leviathan, stop it, you're embarrassing me. Haha, merely teasing, madam. Yep, she's definitely cuter when embarrassed. So anyway, let's get to our search, shall we, Doug? Sounds good to me, Squigly. Alright. You continue wandering alongside each other, walking alongside each other. Squigly once again reaches out and gently takes your hand. Sigh. While walking through the streets, you and Squigly suddenly stop in place and you hear a distant rumble of thunder in the sky. Oh, sounds like a storm is coming, huh? A storm? Why did Squigly suddenly get so jittery? Oh yeah, I remember. She doesn't like loud noises. That obviously means thunderstorms. Oh, come now. A storm at a time like this. God, of all the ill luck. Leviathan, Duck, I think we should take a break from our search right now. I think we need to hide. I mean, take shelter before the rain comes. We've already taken enough breaks as is, madam. Philly and Samson are seeking the Skullheart for themselves, and we mustn't let them gain any ground over us. But then again, it wouldn't do well for us to catch death in the impending downpour. Oh man, look at those jitters. Please, Leviathan. Well, even if I agreed to it, where would we go, my lady? All of our friends and relatives are passed on, and we've got no money to stay at an inn. We could go back to my apartment if you guys want. We can wait out the storm there and get right back on our search right before it's died down. It shouldn't take too long to get there in a taxi. Does that sound good? Oh, most definitely, Doug. Oh, thank you so much. I don't know how I can repay for your kindness. Oh, she's thanking me like I just saved her life or something. She must really dislike storms. Would that be alright, Leviathan? Can we stay at Doug's apartment until the storm passes? Well, absolutely not. We only just met this fellow. Who knows the number of depraved practices go on in this apartment of his? Dude, like, I'm right here.
But Leviathan...
I'm dreadfully sorry, madam, but I simply cannot condone staying in the residence of a stranger. We'll just have to find another... No, wait, Leviathan. It's okay. My apartment's completely safe. Honest. Is it really? Yeah, of course. I mean, we've only been there for a little while, anyway, so what's on the done? You're not gonna let Squigly stay out here and get caught in the storm, are you? Well, of course not. Okay, let's go. Let me think about this. Squigly will be just fine, Leviathan. You can trust me. I promise.
I trust Doug, Leviathan. Could we please stay with him?
No, alright. I suppose if I will allow it just this once.
Oh, you will? Thank you, Leviathan.
Yes, but do keep in mind that this is only temporary, madam. The instant the rain lets up, we are back on the streets. Are we clear? And Doug, I expect you to be on good behavior. I needn't tell you to refrain from attempting to get acquainted with my mistress during our stay in your apartment, do I? Not all, Leviathan. You have my word. I'll respect your boundaries. I'll hold you to it. Let's be on our way then. Okay, let me just call and text and we'll be there in no time.
I'm excited to see your apartment, Doug. If it matches your personality, I'm certain I'll love it.
Well, thanks, Squigly. Well, does she know my apartment's actually a total mess right now anyways? Call for a cab to take you somewhere.
Oh, whatever is this taxi, is it? We have vehicles that we can summon at will. They'll drive us anywhere we want. My, how the times has changed.
Yeah, where do you want to go? Well, let's go to the apartment.
Not before long, you and Squigly arrive at your apartment. It begins to rain heavily just as you enter the door. So it looks like you both made it just in the nick of time.
Whew. After hanging up your jacket, you take Squigly on a brief tour of your apartment, while apologizing for its slovenly state. Squigly doesn't seem to mind and just smiles politely, enamored by the flashy decor and relieved to be out of the thunderstorm. All the while, Leviathan keeps his eyes sharply focused on you, and poised to jump down your throat at the slightest indication of any funny business. You try not to let it bother you, but you can't help be put on edge by an unyielding gaze. After concluding your tour, you and Squigly return to the guest bedroom and take a seat on the end of the bed. The gentle patter of raindrops on the nearby window help the both of you relax. So, Squigly, what do you think of my place?
No, it's nothing like the apartment.
I know it's nothing like the mansion you used to live in, but I at least hope you find it habitable.
Don't worry yourself, Doug. Just as I imagine, your apartment's quite lovely. I'm so glad I got to see it. I'm ever so grateful for your hospitality.
I'm not too sure if she really means that, or she just means that she's staying anywhere, so as long as she's out of the storm. I'll assume the former. Thanks, Squigly. This place might be a comparative hole in the wall, but I at least try to keep it nice. Emphasis on try there. Giggle. So what do you want to do to pass the time? Something wholesome, I suggest. Or else. Jeez, when is that guy ever gonna turn off that death stare? I thought he was gonna suck on my soul there for a second.
I don't need to be entertained, Doug. I'm certainly fine with just sitting and talking with you until the rain stops.
Oh, well, okay then. Good to hear.
Let's just sit comfortably and enjoy the sound of...
Squigly jumps off the bed and goes silent and begins to tremble as hearing a loud bang of thunder outside. Squigly? Oh man, she's really shook up over this, isn't she? I gotta think of something to say to get her mind off of this thunder and quick. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna grab a drink. I'm gonna go grab a drink of water, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully, we can just... Hopefully nothing terrible happens by the time of me grabbing my drink of water and anything else. So, let's do this. Alright. And I made sure the person that was banning you guys, just because Melchan told him to ban you guys, just to ruin our stream, because maybe he doesn't like Lockjaw now, or I guess he still hates me, made sure that he isn't a moderator anymore. So I will be back in just a few seconds. Okay? Alright. Oh, the answer to that question, Sonic Shadow Silver, was Rageface 620. He was an old moderator of mine, and now doesn't really watch the streams as much. The person that told him to ban people to just ban random people permanently and time him out was actually Milk-chan. Yeah, he's still trying to ruin streams. I don't know if it's for fun or anything like that, but yeah. Milk-chan's just coming in, telling people to, told an old moderator of mine to go ban. And, you know, now that old moderator of mine is now a moderator in Milk-chan's thing. So I guess he just did that to, get the thing. Which is great. So, let's keep going. Let's do this. Is there anything that you want me to... Okay, and Lockjaw also asked that we skip the apartment thing just to make up time because of the whole, you know, Milk-chan trying to ruin the stream again. Which, I really wish I could figure out some way of reporting it. Is there anything you would like... I guess I would have more... I would need more people to help me report it. Is there anything you would like to ask me? Where should we go when the storm stops? Tell me more about your past life. If you could do anything finding out the Skull Heart, what would it be? Could you sing something for me? I really like you. Tell me about the night of your death. Thought it wasn't be good. Please calm down. The storm will be over soon. Alright. What you gotta do is you gotta ask for Leviathan's help. And then ask her why she's afraid. Then make one last attempt to comfort her. She will then cry in your shoulder. You will hug her and then she will cry in your shoulder. And there you go. Oh, is there anything that you would like? Oh my gosh. Okay, so, is there anything that you would like to ask me? Oh, what inspired you to travel to New Meridian for the adventure? Alright, I would like to know more about your family. Sure, I love my family. These are the questions that you need to actually ask. Basically, you're just telling her that your family will love her as well. I like to know that as well, Doug. Well, I do appreciate... Okay, why are you being so nice to us? Okay. It's just good to be nice. These are the questions that you should answer to get the best ending in the game. Where should we go after the storm stops? Basically, they just say, oh, we should fight the Skullgirl, of course. Tell me more about your past life. Your home life. So many dialogue, ladies and gentlemen. Your social life. The family gatherings. People you looked up to. Never mind. And then you go for it. If you do anything outside of finding the Skull Heart. Alright, could you sing something for me?
So then, what would you like me to sing?
And there's your voice acting, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go for something familiar.
A familiar...
Good drinks. Alright. And you can just click never mind. These things don't affect it as much, but it is a nice little Easter egg to have. So, let's keep going. Then you can say, I really like you. And she says, I really like you too. And then, can you tell me more about the night of your death? And then she'll basically have a big old flashback about the night of her death. You know, all about what happened when she died. Sounds of joy right there, ladies and gentlemen. Sounds of joy. Sounds of joy. The whole entire, ooh, that's a beautiful sound. Oh, look, guys, she's so happy. Look at that, she's so happy. She's gonna blow out her candles. She blew out her candles. Boom, headshot. A lot of story, ladies and gentlemen, but Lockjaw needs us to skip this just to catch up on time. Alright. Keep skipping the apartment. Ha! There we go. You and Squigly catch a cab and shortly make your way back to downtown New Meridian. You both take in the crisp post-rain air and admire the pale moonlight as it glistens off the red streets.
Ah, it feels so good to be out here, despite the weather. It's been such a lovely night. Don't you think so, Doug?
Absolutely. It's a perfect night to hype the Skullgirls if there ever was one.
I couldn't agree more. Speaking of which, let's continue our search. I have a feeling we're closer than ever before.
Your Skullgirl senses are tingling, huh? Great. Let's get moving out then. You and Squigly continue down the main street of downtown New Meridian, heading towards the city center. The two of you are enjoying a brisk, quiet stroll when suddenly... Ah, such good sounds. Gasp! Ooh, what was that? Don't tell me there's another thunderstorm coming.
It's not thunder. Doug, look there!
Oh, I thought it was gunshots. Whoopsie daisy. Medici. Oh wait, hold on. Skullgirl sounds. Medici, scum of the earth! I will exterminate you all! The streets will run red with your blood!
It's the Skullgirl. She's attacking.
Crap, right now. Man, I thought she was just joking about their Skullgirl senses. Well, what do we do now, you guys? We must engage her immediately. You two, we've got no time to waste.
No Medici will ever escape me. But there, looks like she's retreating. Oh no, we have to hurry. We have to follow her.
Right. You and Squigly prepare to take off after the Skullgirl when suddenly someone catches the corner of your eye. Wait a second. Someone's going this way. Look.
Oh no. Is that...
Is it Samson? Oh, the Skullgirl's just up ahead. You ready? You kidding me? I was born ready. The skull heart's as good as ours. Come on, kid. Time to unleash hell.
Good. Samson, let's go get that wish.
Oh, for heaven's sake. Not them now.
There's no time for this. We have to get the Skullgirl.
Don't have a choice. We gotta stop those two from getting to her first.
Right then. Leviathan, we cannot let them pass.
Right, my lady. That misguided girl and her wretched hairball shall not be stopping us. Brush yourself, guys. They're on their way towards us. You Squigly hold your ground as Philly and Susan continue approaching. Before they can pass you, you hurriedly run into the front of them and virtually block their path.
Squigly, Doug, what are you doing here?
Ugh, you freeze again. End of the line, Samson. This reckless pursuit of yours stops here. Out of my way, worm. There's no way in hell you'll stopping us from getting that heart. The skull heart is too dangerous to be used by anyone. If you want it, you're gonna have to go through us. You serious? You want to scrape against me? Do you punks even have the slightest idea what you're up against? Don't scare me, fuzzball. Bring it on. Your funeral, buddy. At least you get to get buried in nicer rags than that zombie girlfriend of yours.
That's it. Sorry, someone teaches you some manners, you hairy degenerate.
Agreed, Mrs. Philia. Agreed, my lady. Miss Philia, prepare for a vigorous scalp cleansing.
Hey, no one's touching my scalp. I warned you, Squigly. I didn't want it to come to this, but I'm not gonna let you stop from helping my friend. Don't think I'll go easy on you. I apologize in advance for this, but I will take you down.
Don't worry, Squigly. I got your back. Let's do this. Before the battle begins, a quick important note about the defend mechanic. A fighter cannot defend themselves twice in a row, nor can the defended fighter defend other fighter. If a fighter wants to defend another fighter, defend must be used on them. after they have acted. Otherwise, the boost will be lost. Sorry, there's no way around this. If a fighter acts, the attack, special, etc., boost will be lost. The same applies to rally, with boost attack. However, the end turn is selected without the fighter attacking. This will retain all boosts for another turn until they do act. In tougher battles, it is greatly recommended to use the strategy of having a weakened fighter defend for a couple turns while your player character saves enough meter for his heal.
Now you're playing with power.
Write all this down. Thank you for following, Kuyalaw. Write all this down in case you forgot. And anyways, let's back to the battle, as they say. Showtime. Doug, before we begin, allow me to grant you a portion of my strength, so that you may unlock your hidden potential. Please use it well. Thanks, Leviathan, I will. Alright, let's do this. Okay. Let's use the old let's use Soften on Philia. Defense down. Let's use, let's see, Inferno Leviathan? Dragon Punch, Battle Opera. Let's use it. Yeah, oh, minus 83, huh? That's gonna hurt. Alright, let's use some Bum Rush. Ooh. It's too bad we can't see our opponent's health here. Let's make sure we save this game. Alright, let's use Daisy Pusher. Alright, nothing special there. Reveal HP. Okay. It's 900 and... oh, wow, that's a lot of health. Alright, Inferno Leviathan. Let's do it. Oh, only 79. I would have thought it would have been a lot more. Seems like a lot of her moves just do 79 damage. Dragon Punch. Alright, what if we, we'll just keep using Dragon Punch, I guess. Doug will use Barrage. Alright, let's see what we can't do here. Choose another Inferno Leviathan. Nice. Alright, good hits here. So, this is interesting. This is a good mechanic here. Let's go another Soften. Go for another Inferno Leviathan if we're going to soften her. Youch. Good amount of damage right there. Philia's defense has doubled. Jeez. Well, no Soften to help us out here. Let's just go for a regular old attack. Squigly, let's just do a regular old attack. Or actually, let's just defend. Youch. Okay, a lot of damage on that one. Not too much. So let's soften her again. Let's go for another Inferno Leviathan. Okay, awesome. We're almost here. Close. Very close, ladies and gentlemen. Defeating him. Reveal HP, let's do that. 242, huh? Yeesh. Still a lot of HP on him. Philia's on fire, huh? Good. We'll just defend this turn. We'll go for a team heal. What? Yeah, okay, I guess I could just click on any of them. It didn't seem like that. Oh, okay, so I had to click to get it to actually work there. Interesting. Alright. See if I can't build some meter for a good hit. Almost. No backs here. No team heal for me. We'll just defend this round. There we are. Ah, crap. Did it again. We'll just use the Inferno Leviathan. Should do some good damage. Team heal. Alright. Almost there. Ah. Dang. Let's rally. To use Inferno Leviathan, and that should get us the kill. Nice. Ugh, we give. Damn it all, kid.
Alright, we won.
Was there any doubt? Squigly attacks turned to normal.
Ugh, this was not a good idea, Samson.
Ugh, don't rub it in, kid.
Looks like I'll never get my memories back.
Well, at least we tried. Miss Philia, I'm dreadfully sorry it had to turn out like this. Please know my lady and I had harbored no ill towards you whatsoever.
Yes, Philia. No hard feelings, we hope.
As for you, Samson, I hope you learned something from all this. Perhaps next time you will not proceed with these same asinine mistakes. I shall relieve you of that, old chum. Dwell on it for the next 1,000 years. You just love twisting that knife, don't you, Worm? Alright, guys, I say we should get moving now. We still need to deal with the Skullgirl and all. Right you are, Doug. Come, my lady, let us move.
I'm alright, Leviathan. Again, I'm truly sorry, Philia. Goodbye.
Squigly gives Philia one last remorseful glance and resumes walking in the direction of the Skullgirl, with you following close beside her.
Wait.
You and Squigly turn around and see Philia slowly staggering towards you. Squigly, is there something you need, Philia?
Squigly, I want to help you.
What? Help them? What are you doing, kid?
Help us? Whatever makes you want to do that, Philia?
That's a good question. We're trying to destroy the Skull Heart. Don't you and Samson want it for yourselves?
Yeah, well, yes, but what I want doesn't seem all that important anymore. What really matters... What is it? What's it really matter who I am or what my past life was? This is my opportunity to start over. I just regret not being able to save Carol. Anyway, helping you seems right. Squigly, you know more about this than me, so if you say the Skull Heart needs to be destroyed, then I want to help you do just that.
Alright. Philia, are you out of your damn mind? Why the hell should we help them after what they did to us?
I'll admit it, Samson. You know what we were doing is wrong. It's time for us to turn over a new leaf.
I'm not turning over nothing with that corpse-eating prick over there. Forget that. I'll never accept your help anyway, you mangy beast.
Wait, Leviathan, I think we should let him help us.
Madam?
We need all the help we can get, Leviathan, especially when we're going up against a Skullgirl. I think it would be in everyone's best interest to let Philia and Samson join us.
Oh, but I must disagree with you, my lady. I think it would be most imprudent to let them tag along. Why, they could be scheming to seize the heart right under our very noses. I shall not yield on this. We simply cannot afford to trust them, especially not that swirly mop.
Leviathan! We're not planning anything, I swear. I'm totally being honest. I'm wanting to help.
And I'm being totally honest, telling you all to piss off.
Samson!
Why you? Squigly and Philia want to partner up, but the parasites not seem bored on it. What to do?
I don't know. Let's leave it up for Doug to decide.
Huh? Me?
Yes, Doug. You're the only neutral party here, so you should be the one to decide if we all work together. Whatever you choose is what Leviathan and I will both follow. Right, Leviathan?
Oh, very well. The decision is yours, Doug. Decision my beep. I ain't doing this beep with you. There's no way that you can make me.
Samson, do I have to get out my hairspray again?
Hairspray? Oh, calm down there, kiddo. I was only joking. Fine, I'll do it. Whatever. Jeez.
That's more like it. Great, I'm glad we all agree. So then, Doug, what's your decision? Should we let Philia and Samson join us?
Well, yeah. I'm not too sure about how I feel with those two, honest. But then again, this is what Squigly wants. Okay, Squigly, if it makes you happy there. Sure, they can come along. The more the merrier.
Really? Oh, thank you, Doug. I promise you won't regret this. So then, Philia, Doug, and I will gladly accept your help. Great. I'm glad I can be a help to you guys.
You gotta be kidding me. Believe me, Samson. Believe me, Samson. I'm not looking forward to this any more than you are. Don't think this changes anything, Worm. Just because I'm helping you, Boney Beep, it doesn't mean I'm gonna like it. The days of us being cool are deader than that corpse hauling. God, that corpse you're hauling around. Got that? My sentiments exactly, Headlouse.
Oh, you two are so cute.
Whatever does that mean?
Oh, Leviathan, you're ever so fun to tease.
You won't, madam. Giggle.
Alright, Doug, Philia, let's all get going. The Skullgirls shouldn't be too far ahead now. Okay then, lead the way, guys. We're right behind you.
Yeah, I know what I mean. You know what? I think I'm gonna like these two after all. Chuckle to your quiet to yourself as you, Philia and Squigly, proceed down the dark, damp street after the Skullgirl. Before long, you and the others arrive at the exterior of the Grand Cathedral. You stop and look at awe at its towering spires, and its unnaturally cold wind fills the air. Whoa, this place gives me the creeps. How about you guys? You glance over to Squigly, who just seems to be standing still, intently at the cathedral's entrance. Squigly, is there something wrong?
Skullgirl, I can feel her presence. She's inside this cathedral. The Skullgirl's in there? Are you sure, Squigly?
Trust her, Philia. She knows these things.
If you say so.
So, what do we do now? Do we just rush in there and take her out just like that?
Yes, Doug. I see no need to hesitate. The three of us will head inside and face whatever challenges await us.
Skullgirl's a very
Powerful enemy, Philia. You think you can handle this? Yeah, Squigly, I should be, fine. After all, I got Samson backing me up.
Damn right about that. What's a little Skullgirl to a guy like me, am I right? I'm hungering for a good fight. Come on, babe. Let's ditch these weaklings and get it on with this already.
Wait, Samson, I think we should. Wow!
Samson carries Philia and hastily runs toward the entrance of the Grand Cathedral, leaving you and Squigly behind. Impulsive buffoon. You will be the death of that poor woman yet.
Don't see such cruel things, Leviathan.
Apologies, madam. In any case, we should be heading after them. We don't want Miss Philia hurt. Right. Okay then, let's get moving.
Yes, Doug, let's.
You and Squigly take a deep breath. Huh? Squigly, Funky, on the questions, do we have to destroy the skull heart? Do not click press on the third time it asks you. Okay. You and Squigly and take a deep breath and slowly start approaching the doors in the grand cathedral. You near the entrance, you can't help but shudder slightly as your mind begins racing with anticipation. Oh man, this is it. I can't believe we're about to actually go up to Skullgirl. I've never done anything so completely insane my whole life. Not gonna turn back though. Gotta do this for Squigly. She's counting on me now. I won't let her down. I can't lie. That Skullgirl did look pretty scary when she was wrecking all those buildings back there. I can't imagine stuff that she could do to us. No, now's not the time to lose nerve. We're gonna go in there, kick that Skullgirl's glowing skeleton beep, and take the skull heart away from her. Yeah, that's it. Squigly and I will take back the heart, smash it to pieces, and then... Wait. Skull heart. What did Squigly say? You see, whenever the skull heart is used, the new Skullgirl appears. The dead begin rising to serve as their undead minions, and, however, thanks to the parasite, I can awaken without fear of being enslaved by her. The fact that I'm alive again can only mean the presence of a new Skullgirl somewhere in New Meridian. Oh, and I am still in New Meridian, am I right? If it deems a woman impure, it becomes incredible demonic power and capable of resurrecting, commanding the dead. As you know, this is how I myself has been resurrected. Of course, Leviathan power prevents me from falling under the Skullgirl's control. Certainly, Doug. As you know, I've been brought back to life due to the skull heart resurrecting me. Though I'm free of its control, part of its power resides in my body. The power not only allows me to detect the trace of the Skullgirl, but also grants me special abilities like increased strength, voice protection. These abilities grow stronger the closer I am in proximity to it. But with that, my ability to resist its influence weakens. Squigly. Alright. If we destroy the skull heart, if we fulfill this mission, Squigly will die, won't she? These are the last moments we had together. Doug, why did you stop? Is everything alright? You suddenly noticed you've unknowingly stopped walking while you were thinking about over the outcome of the mission. Squigly turns back to you with a slight hint of concern on her face. Oh, yeah, Squigly, everything's fine. Alright, let's hurry. Then, we don't want to keep Philly and Samson waiting. Squigly, wait. Yes, Doug? Squigly, I need to know something. After tonight, will you still be here? Doug, now certainly isn't the time for this. Give us a moment, Leviathan, please. Oh, very well, but make it quick. Thank you. Leviathan nods. I need to warm up my lips. I feel like there's going to be a long conversation going on. Leviathan nods and retreats into Squigly's head, allowing the two of you some privacy. Anyway, yes and no. Doug, I'll still be here, but I'll be asleep. Until the next Skullgirl, right? Yes. So then it'll be years before we get to spend time together then. Sadly, no. Doug? No. Why does this have to happen? It's just not fair. You don't deserve this. I don't want you to die, Squigly. I don't want to lose you. Doug. Squigly walks over to you and rests her hand lightly on your shoulder as you begin to weep. Doug, I understand this is difficult for you, but it's something we both have to accept. There's no other way. But, Squigly, you'd already known that I wasn't alone for this world, hadn't you, Doug? I guess so. But it never started. I never started thinking about it until now. Everything's now coming to an end, I guess. It just suddenly hit me. I see. Squigly, I'll miss you. I'll miss you too, Doug. Squigly wraps her arms around you, giving you a tight hug. You swallow your tears and breathe deeply as you hug her back. The two of you slowly release each other and stand straight up and look warmly into each other's eyes as both of your faces start blushing with a light red. I'll never forget you, Squigly. Not in a million years. Alright.
Same to you, Doug. I shall cherish your memory beyond the grave. So, are you ready to face the Skullgirl now?
Wait, Squigly, this is the last time that we'll be able to spend together. Could I maybe just talk to you a little bit more? Please?
Well, okay, Doug. But not too many questions, alright? You must keep this brief.
Thanks, Squigly, I will.
Alright, so, what did you want to ask me?
What's being dead like? So, Squigly, I don't really mean any harm by this, but what's being dead like?
Being dead? What's it like?
Yeah, I'm just curious, that's all.
I see. I'll tell you all about it. First, imagine darkness. Deep, deep darkness, darker than you've ever experienced before. Imagine a place where no light exists at all. Once you have, you've only just begun to grasp what death is like. Then imagine what it's like to have no senses in this dark place. No physical senses like sight, hearing, no sense of time, space, awareness, or even self. Nothing but endless abyss is the atonement of aloneness. Finally, imagine having no thoughts or emotions, to endlessly think and feel nothing. Imagine losing all your knowledge, all your memory, all of your love. You become blank. You become lifeless. That's the best I can put into words. That doesn't even come close to describing it.
I see. It sounds unpleasant, to say the least.
It is. I sorely miss being alive.
So then, this is all we have? There's no afterlife?
Well, I'm not entirely sure.
Not sure? How's that possible? You've literally come back from the dead, and you still can't answer the question of if there's anything after death? I mean, from what you just told me, there just seems like a no, right?
Well, not definitively. Allow me to explain. You see, a strange thing happens to me whenever I lose my life. Just everything goes dark. I begin to see something resembling a light. This light has a warm feel. It's incredibly bright, and it seems to draw me slowly towards itself. From within it, I can hear voices calling my names. Familiar voices.
Huh. That all seems to contradict what she just said, but I'll buy it. She would know better than me, after all. What happens after you enter this light?
I don't know. My memory stops after that. All I can say is it feels vaguely peaceful, almost as if I'm being hugged by my mother and father again.
So you definitely do experience something after death. So I guess that means there's hope for the afterlife yet. By the sound of it, Squigly's soul crosses over to the next world when she's resting. I'm guessing that means Leviathan has a way of calling it back whenever the skull heart appears. Interesting. Well, I'm glad that, if nothing else, she gets to be with her family again. She deserves that much, at least. So, anyway, I have another question, Squigly. What about your body? What happens to that after your life ends?
Well, Doug, happy to say that thanks to Leviathan, my body will remain relatively whole for the duration of my rest.
So no more missing skin or anything like that?
Presumably no. I can sense Leviathan's power has gotten stronger. So, granted, all goes well against the Skullgirl, they should be sufficient in preserving me until I return.
So I couldn't take the thought of your body rotting away.
It's alright, Doug. Leviathan will take care of me after I'm gone. Believe me, I have faith in him.
Well, I'm gonna have faith in Leviathan too then, Squigly. I mean, Even for the entire state of Squigly's body's in right now, she looks nothing like someone who's supposedly been dead for 14 years. Just to show that his powers really do work.
Don't worry, Doug. It won't be all bad. To me, my rest will be over in an instant. And when I awaken, I'll be almost exactly the way I am now.
Well, that's a major relief. I'm so glad you had Leviathan with you, Squigly.
So am I, Doug. I'm ever so grateful for my loyal companion.
Yeah. Now, if there was one way he could keep me from aging for the next 7 years. Alright. Do we have to destroy the Skull Heart? Squigly, I know I shouldn't be asking this, but do we have to destroy that Skull Heart? I mean, like, absolutely have to?
I'm afraid I don't understand what you mean, Doug.
Well, I mean, can't we just leave the heart here and walk away? I mean, yeah, it's a problem, but not necessarily your problem. At least while it's around, you'll stay alive. And why don't you just forget all this and enjoy your life again? Come on, Squigly, there's so much that you can do. Please don't let this person's time pass you by.
Doug, you know that's impossible.
This very much is my problem. And it's something I'm both unable to and refuse. Well, I am unable to and refuse. I am both unable to and refuse to walk away from.
I'm sorry, but I absolutely must destroy the Skull Heart.
But Squigly, don't you want to stay alive?
I would love to stay alive, Doug, more than anything. I just can't. It's my responsibility to take the heart from claiming any more lives, and for that purpose, I will gladly lay down my own. As unfortunate as that may be, it's the path I've chosen. Nothing will steal me away from it. Nothing you say will persuade me otherwise.
Alright, now, what did he ask for me to do here? Let's see. Funky, on the question, do we have to destroy the Skull Heart? Do not press on the third time it asks you. You'll see. Okay, so I'm supposed to click press on right now, and then not. Okay, press on. Come on, Squigly. There's got to be something that can convince you to give all this up. Just think about everything you've never got to do. Now's your chance to live out all your dreams. Don't you want to become a famous opera singer? Don't you want to see more of the world? Don't you want to know what it's like to be in love?
Doug, I can't.
You can do anything that you've always wanted. You could, if you would, just only say the hell with destroying the Skull Heart. Won't you, Squigly? For me?
The answer's still no, Doug. Nothing you can say or do will ever deter me from my mission. Not even begging, so please don't do it. To be perfectly honest, I'm beginning to lose my patience, so let's drop this discussion and move on to eliminating the Skullgirl, alright?
Alright, let's keep going. Press on one more time. Squigly, don't be ridiculous. I mean, just think about this. Someone else is probably going to come along and destroy the Skull Heart anyway. So what's the point? What makes you even believe that we're guaranteed to beat the Skullgirl? We could lose horribly, and then this entire night will have been all for nothing. I'm telling you, the best choice for us is just to get out of here now.
Doug,
please, I just can't stand to lose you, Squigly. I care about you way too much just to let you throw your life away. Please, listen to me.
You are seriously wasting my time now, Doug. This conversation is childish, and I'll have no further part in it. If you persist, I'll have no choice but to proceed without you. I'm not asking anymore. I insist you drop this now.
Drop it. Okay, Squigly. I guess there's no way around it. We have to do this. We have to get rid of the Skull Heart for the good of all humanity.
Indeed, Doug. I'm glad that you can understand.
Yeah. I'm sorry I tried to convince you not to. I guess I was just desperate not to lose you.
It's quite alright, Doug. I know you mean well. Even though I'll eventually be leaving you, I assure you that my passing will be sound and graceful. It'll just be like drifting off to sleep. And one day I'll reawaken and be able to spend even more time together.
Yeah. Right before we had to kill the Skullgirl again, and I'll have to lose you all over. Squigly, why does it have to be this way? Isn't there anything that we can do to get your life back? Squigly, I know that we have to take down the Skullgirl, but there's gotta be a way that we can do it while still keeping you alive, right? Isn't there anything that we can do to get your life back? Not any way I know of, unfortunately. So then, no matter what happens, you'll be dead by tomorrow. I'm afraid it's so unavoidable. It's terrible. You, Squigly, of all people, deserve to live a long, happy life. I wish there was some way I could have helped. Oh, I've got it. Squigly, why don't I ask the Skull Card to bring you back to life forever? No, that won't work, Doug. For one, only girls and women can wish on the Skull Heart. Also, my mother already... Huh? Just trust me. I already know it won't work. Damn. Well, that was the only idea I had. I'm really sorry, Squigly. Don't be sorry, Doug. My death isn't your fault. There's neither any of us can do to present it. And I accept that fact. And no matter how many times you come back, it'll always be this way. You always have to... Yeah. My time here will always be fleeting. That is my one true fate. I really hate to see you go, Squigly. There's just so much you're going to miss out.
Indeed. I try as much to avoid thinking about it. I can't help but wonder what my life would have been like had none of this ever happened to me. Would I have ever gotten to perform my very own opera? What kind of person would I have married? What kind of mother would I have been? I suppose it's just not for me to know.
It really breaks my heart to hear all this. Squigly deserves so much better. Well, I'll just say this, Squigly. No matter how much time you have left on from this point, I promise to spend every second of it with you. I'll give you all the happiness and companionship to fill 10 lifetimes.
You will?
I swear on it, Squigly. I'll be by your side all the way until your last breath.
Doug,
Squigly suddenly leaps forward and surprises you with a tight, affectionate hug. Snuffle.
I can't thank you enough. The Skull Heart has reanimated my deceased body, but you have truly given me life again.
Don't worry, Squigly. No matter what happens, I promise you're going to be just fine.
Thank you, Doug.
And I mean that too. I haven't given up figuring out how to bring you back to life. I refuse to. I will find a way to keep you here, Squigly. No matter how I have to do it, I will find a way to give your life back, even if I have to trade it for my own. Alright. A joke to lighten up the mood. Now, let's do this. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's get the real tearjerkers out here. I'm sure this one's going to be a tearjerker. Right here. That Squigly's life is coming to an end. I should probably take this time to confess my feelings for her. I just hope she won't reject me too harshly. Well, here it goes. Sienna, I have something I need to tell you. Something important.
Yes, Doug? Is something the matter?
Sienna, listen, Squigly slowly walks towards you and lightly places an index finger over your lips, looks up and stares warmly into your eyes.
You don't need to say another word, Doug. I do too.
Squigly, Squigly interrupts you with a mid-sentence, quick, gentle kiss on the lips, causing your face to light up with blushing.
Hugo!
Sienna.
Yes, Doug?
No matter what happens, we will always be together.
I'm glad, Doug. I feel so happy when I'm with you.
Me too, Sienna. Me too.
Sigh.
Alright, your real last memory. Squigly, if it's okay to ask, what's your real last memory?
My real last memory? Whatever do you mean, Doug? I already told you what my last memory was.
I was watching my family getting massacred and then shot by Dahlia, remember? Yes, but Squigly, you did tell me, and I have a feeling there's more to that what happened that you haven't shared yet. What makes you think that? Well, I've known for some time now that it's been a fact that you've came back to life twice. Since tonight is the second time, the first time had to have been sometime between now and since you first died. I also feel like there's still a lot about your parents you've been keeping from me, particularly your mother, Celine. Who was she, Squigly? What had all happened to her? God, Lockjaw, you really want me to speedrun this and kill all the mood, huh? Wait, Squigly, I don't want to pressure you now. If it makes you still uncomfortable, you don't have to tell me. We can just forget it and move on. No, Doug, you deserve to know the truth. You helped me so much. You helped me through so much. It wouldn't be right to keep it from you any longer. I knew there was something that she was keeping from me. I'll tell you who my mother was and what I done to her. Okay, Squigly. Hold on. Alright. I'm ready for this. Oh. Okay then, Squigly. I appreciate you finally opening up to me about this. And remember, please, take your own time. But don't take a freaking hour. Yes. I've been hungering to know this all night long. I'm finally about to learn the secret of Celine.
Alright then. Celine Kuyalaw, my beloved mother, was a Skullgirl.
Your mother was a Skullgirl?
Yes. She tragically became a Skullgirl shortly after I was killed.
Wait, Squigly, how would you know that?
Because she brought me back to life to serve as her undead slave.
I can't believe it. Your own mother? But how?
I'll explain everything.
Ugh.
There I was, lying dead at my mother's feet. She had just lost everything, everyone. I can't imagine the anguish she must have felt at that moment. Sienna, my perfect Sienna, how could I have let this happen to you? To all of us.
Sob.
My beautiful family. I'm so sorry. I can't go on. I don't know what my mother had just done immediately after my death. But I do know it didn't take for long to encounter the Skullheart. The Skullheart? How did she even get that, Squigly? I don't know. To this day, it still perplexes me. However it happened, that one little object single-handedly brought the death of my entire family.
That's rough to hear. I can see why you're so passionate about destroying it.
Indeed. Anyway, with no hope left, my mother approached the Skullheart, and that's when it made its offer.
Oh, you poor, troubled soul. I sense that you're in tremendous pain. Come, tell me your wish so that I may grant you peace once again.
My wish? You can grant my wish?
Yes, as long as it and you are pure, I can grant anything you desire.
Anything?
Anything.
Well, I have only one wish for you. The only thing I could ever hope for. Yes. Please, give me back my family. Roberta, Squigly, save them all.
Remember what I said before about how the Skullheart always corrupts one's wishes? No matter how seemingly innocent? Well, using my power, my mother brought back our entire family back to life. At a grave cost. Your request is impure.
Impure? What do you mean? What's happening to me?
Asking for the return of your family is a deeply selfish wish, as it would benefit no one but you. As a punishment, you shall be the new Skullgirl. Your deceased family will all be back to serve you.
What? No, you can't. Yarg!
Oh, wow, she's a pirate.
Rise, my family, rise and serve me.
Oh, who drawed this?
In that instant, my mother became a monster. Celine.
So then, she revealed you all as...
And every single one of us. Nothing but mindless zombies, mere puppets under her control. I have no memory of my time under her influence. When I come to my senses, I can feel the effect her hold had on my deceased body.
Wait, Squigly, where was Leviathan during all this? What happened to you and to your father?
I don't know. I can only tell you that Leviathan told me what happened. According to him, my father survived the attack due to his life-preserving abilities, but only just barely. He had been laying on the floor amidst the debris, holding on for dear life and watching the horror as legions of corpses all rose up around him.
No, my family. Leviathan, what's happening? It can't be. What is it, Leviathan? Please, tell me. How's my family standing again? I've seen this happen before, Master Roberto. I'm afraid that this is only the work of the Skull Heart. The Skull Heart. That's what those traitors Medici was after, wasn't it? Correct, sir. Some unfortunate woman must have wished upon it, and gotten transformed into the Skullgirl, and now is using its power to control the Kuyalaws into her undead servants. The Skullgirl. But who's the Skullgirl? Forgive me, Master Roberto, that I do not know. Though I strongly doubt that the heart was recovered by the Medici. That really leaves someone among us. Oh, could it be love?
It's when my father had seen something that devastated him, something that made him abandon all will to live. What do you see? You see me.
Leviathan, look over there. See her?
It appears so, sir. Regretfully, young Sienna has also been taken under the heart spell.
Sweetheart, no.
Terribly sorry, sir. Your daughter was so young and innocent. It is truly tragic to see her in such a state.
Leviathan, go to her.
I beg your pardon, sir?
I will not stand for my daughter being a mindless zombie slave to the Skullgirl. I need you to enter her body and protect her from the heart's influence.
I'll leave you, sir. I couldn't possibly. A parasite's departure always results in the heart's death, especially so given your condition.
I don't care, Leviathan. My own life is not so important. My sweetheart is all that matters to me now.
As your host and master. Oh, wait.
As your host and master, I'm commanding you to leave my body and make Sienna your new host. No matter what happens, always watch over her and keep her safe.
Yes, Master Roberto. I shall inhabit Sienna's body and protect her and cherish her for the rest of my days. I give you my word. The two of us shall be inseparable.
Thank you, Leviathan. Now go. Hurry to her.
By the way, sir, farewell. It is an honor serving you.
Don't let anybody touch her, understand? Stop anyone who gets close. Even me. So, your father gave up his own life to save you.
Yes. Leviathan told me all about it. What he'd done after shortly entering me. He sacrificed himself for me. He became one with the Skullgirls so I wouldn't have to. I owe him and Leviathan my life.
Anyway, Squigly, could you tell me more about what happened when you regained your senses?
Yes, Doug. I can tell you about that. I remember it clearly. It all happened so quickly in a flash. Everything came rushing back to me. My consciousness, my sight, my feeling. I found myself marching towards with my arms rigidly outstretched, surrounded by a horde of zombie minions. We were all drenched in blood. So much blood. Before I could make any sense of what was going on around me, I instantly felt a sharp, excruciating pain from the wound in my head and dropped to the floor crying and screaming, the rest of my family passing mindlessly over me. I was so scared, but by some miracle, I had just come back to life. I felt I was about to die all over again.
Yes, then what happened?
And that's when he revealed himself.
Squigly, please, I beg you to calm down.
Leviathan, why are you inside my head? Why? Where's mother and father? What's happening to our family? Where?
Everything's alright, Squigly, I assure you. I'll explain everything in due time, but right now I need you to remain calm.
She shot me, Leviathan. She shot me. Please, help me.
Shush. There, madam. It's all right. I'm here for you now.
You are?
Indeed. We have become bound, Squigly. You are my new mistress, and I shall be your faithful servant. You've no need to fear any more. I shall always protect you.
Leviathan?
Yes, Squigly?
Could you hold me?
Of course, my lady.
Thank you.
Needless to say, I was quite
hysterical. But Leviathan's calming presence quickly eased my physical and emotional pain. He helped me and hugged me, stroking my hair and assuring me I was safe.
Wow, that was actually a pretty good Squigly impression right there. Hold on one sec.
After I fully calmed down, he began to explain to me everything that had happened and was happening to me and my family. He told me what my father did as well as what my mother became.
Ah, I see.
Yes, so after I got in a full grasp of the situation, Leviathan told me what we would need to go after my mother and take her down before the chaos and destruction spread across the land. I was in great disbelief that she could ever be capable of such horrible acts, but I listened to Leviathan nonetheless. By this time, the two of us were alone in the destroyed manor. My mother and our Dem army were already rampaging through the streets of New Meridian. After taking a moment to clean myself up a bit, Leviathan and I exited the ruins of our home and quickly followed after her. What's happening here?
Just what I feared, my lady. This was no doubt the work of your mother, the Skullgirl.
My mother did this. There I was, in the middle of the deserted city street. Before me, there was nothing but wreckage and fire. Every building had been destroyed and the ground had been streaked with blood as far as the eye could see. There was no other people in sight, not even a trace. All either fled the area or had been killed by my mother and added to the undead legion. Could be responsible for such violence and bloodshed. As difficult as it been to accept, I eventually had to face the truth. My dear soul mother, Celine, was no more. As much of it hurt me to imagine I knew the good of all life, I would have to fight her. I would have to kill her.
Squigly was forced to fight and kill her own mother. And I don't even know what to say.
Nah, dude. I'm sick.
Squigly, poor Celine.
What do we do now, Leviathan?
Follow the destruction. If we stay on his path, we will surely locate Celine. Hurry, madam. We must confront her post-haste.
But Leviathan, I can't fight. I've never fought anyone before in my life.
Worry not, my lady. I shall guide you in battle and add my strength to your own. As I've said, you have nothing to fear while I'm with you.
Okay, Leviathan.
Right then, let's get going now. We've got no time to waste.
And so, we took off through the city, determined to track down and face my mother.
Oh my gosh, I'm done. I'm almost done this thing.
Leviathan, look, it's her. It's my mother.
Following the trail of the destruction, Leviathan and
Following the trail of destruction, Leviathan and I eventually arrived at the foot of the Medici Tower, where we particularly found my mother, the Skullgirl. Seeing her undead minions were preparing to lay waste to the tower as the Medici lined its perimeter and prepared to do battle with her. Of course, I should have known we'd find...
of course. I should have known we'd find her here. She's seeking revengeance against the fiends who stole your family's lives, and will not rest until all the Medici have been eradicated.
Well then, I say we let her. Those awful Medici should be eradicated for what they've done to us.
I would love to agree, my lady, but the truth is, if Celine isn't stopped, many innocent lives will be lost as well. Regardless of intent, we simply cannot allow for that to happen.
Yes, you're right. Even If she would wipe all the Medici from the world, we must stop her.
I'm glad you understand. Now then, let's make ready to strike.
Wait, Leviathan, looks like she's talking to someone. Could that be Lorenzo? Medici?
Leviathan and I crept closer.
Leviathan and I crept closer and stayed hidden as we listened to our mother and Lorenzo's conversation.
Lorenzo. Medici. This is my old acquaintance, Miss Kuyalaw. Mrs. Kuyalaw. How are you, Celine? How's your family?
Silence, you disgusting abomination. I shall get my vengeance on my family by obliterating yours.
Me? The abomination. You ought to take a look in the mirror, Celine.
You did this to me.
You did that to me yourself, honey. You should have known better than to take what's ours. And now, you thieving rats have all paid the price. You have no one to blame but yourselves.
Accursed man, I will bathe the city in your family's blood.
I don't think so, Celine. The blood of a god flows through my veins. So, your undead monsters can't even hope to destroy us.
I'm going to make an example of you and your family. By tomorrow, the Kuyalaws will never sing again. And I will make sure everyone knows it.
Oh wait, that's Lorenzo. I'm gonna make an example of you and your family. By tomorrow, the Kuyalaws will never sing again.
I'll make sure everyone knows it. And a heart, hell, it will be mine. Damn you. Vitaly, Dahlia, it's time to take back our property. Let's show this city what they should really be afraid of. Ready.
Ready, Pop! Skullgirl or not, no one goes against the Medici and lives to tell about it.
It's in the computer room, Shadow.
Oh wait, hold on. She's grandma.
I love to slaughter these ugly dogs a second time then. Oh, this will be such fun. Watch closely, tramp.
Medici, I will kill you all. Attack my undead legion.
The very next instant, a ferocious battle erupted between the Lorenzos and my mother's forces. Buildings collapsing, streets going up in flames, people dropping left and right on both sides. It was a quite war.
And you? Are you still safe, Squigly?
Yes. Thankfully, Leviathan and I stayed concealed behind some rubble, a safe distance from the fighting, waiting for an opportunity to join in. I watched in horror and disgust as my mother fiercely clashed with the entire Medici mafia, using our family corpses as weapons and shields. Throughout all the chaos, Lorenzo had remained calm and confident. Even broken slept, he seemed to be invincible.
Invincible? How can that be? He's just a man, isn't he?
Anyway, before long, 3 more people began showing up to our battle our mother. They hadn't seemed to be affiliated with the Medici, though. Though, to be honest, they looked rather odd.
Dang, it's just me or these...
It's just me or these Skullgirls kept getting bigger and badder. The doc told us this is a particularly nasty job. But I didn't expect to see nothing like this. Though, Big Band shouldn't be Big Band form as of right now. I mean, if we're gonna look in the lore, this shouldn't technically happen. As in the beginning of Big Band's story, we did get to see, Big Band arresting, the same group and Lorenzo who were fighting the Skullgirl at the time. Just wondering, that very important piece of lore right there. That, Big Band shouldn't be Big Band right there. Because, he's beaten up by the Medici after they, double-cross Big Band, the dirty cops, after arresting Lorenzo and the Bunny Girls after the fight with Celine. That's when he turns into Big Band. But right now, it seems like he's Big Band right now. Strange. Okay, let's just keep going. Let's just keep seeing here. Let's see. Black Dahlia is a first-generation ASG, so technically the second generation would actually take some time for it to develop. So technically it would actually have to be a little while before it actually develops. So it really seems strange that Big Band would even appear here as he was arresting Lorenzo and all the Bunny Girls that were fighting in the same exact fight, literally arresting the same exact people. And I can actually show a picture of the same exact one, but let's keep going.
Then again, these Medici fools had it coming. Hell, I almost feel bad having to kill this one.
I'm only thinking we should just turn our back and let her do her thing.
Focus, Ben. You have a job to do. Medici, we'll be getting just on this another time.
I know, Lily. I know. We gotta keep this mess from spreading all around the damn city. After all, Miss C is nothing personal, I swear.
Alright then. Let's move, Ben.
Yeah, also, Alien shouldn't be there, but still, let's keep going.
Who are they? What do they want with my mother?
I know not, madam. Thankfully, they appear to be on our side.
On your side, Leviathan. While we must fight towards our mother, she is not our enemy.
Agreed. My Lady Porcelain is just as much as a victim as us all here, which is why we must help her by freeing her. From the heart's control.
Yes, Leviathan, I know. Sorry.
Gasp! A Skullgirl minion.
Where did you come from?
Huh? You can talk. I battled lots of Skullgirl minions before, but not once have I heard one talk. You're not like the other ones, are you? What your name?
My name is Kuyalaw. Skullgirl is my mother's son.
Skullgirl? Your mom? Not terrible. Oh, I'm sorry.
Even though in Squigly's bio on the Skullgirls official, page, literally in our bio, it never says that Annie was actually helping out in the fight at all. So technically, you would imagine such a big star like Annie would probably get some sort of billing on helping out with the fight against Celine. So I guess technically, Annie shouldn't even be here. But let's keep going.
Thank you. See that? I know much how it hurts to see.
Oh wait, I know not how it hurts to see you like this.
Don't worry about a thing. I'll take care of anybody. You just start hitting kite scythe, okay? So, see, and I got to get root now.
Come to the call.
This will be all see, I'll promise. Don't get a second.
Annie,
What, is this like Ghost Up from like Danny Phantom? Wait, no, he's like going ghost. Oh, wait. No, it's American Dragon. Dragon Up!
who on earth was that girl?
Not so sure, but she did seem familiar. Please, I think she's right, Leviathan. Maybe we should just sit this fight out and let those three take care of it. They seem much more experienced than I am, and I'd rather not fight my mom if I can avoid it.
Yes, that would be better. Very well, my lady. We shall remain on the sidelines for the time being.
Alright, good. It's quite a relief. Sigh. So Leviathan and I decided to stay hidden. And it served quietly as the battle raged on. My mother, the undead army, the Medici, and three strangers were all warring against one another, against each other, and what could possibly we had a fight to the death. The two of us watched. The Skullgirl was attacked from all sides, while simultaneously launching powerful attacks of her own. The blows that she had both given and received had nothing been short of brutal. Just grabbing something for everybody to see.
There we are. Just wanna probably grab something really important here. Just grab something really important. Don't worry, ladies and gentlemen. It'll be nice. See something important. So, let's keep going.
Seeing my mother in such pain and filled with so much anguish and rage, had greatly drawn at my heart. All of you shall perish from my wrath. Please stop. This isn't good. Don't do this.
They shut down this goddamn cathedral
what? I couldn't bear to watch anymore, so I tightly shut my eyes and covered my ears, trying to get us to block out as much as the chaos as physically possible.
Just gonna, you know, put that right here, you know, just that whole Lorenzo thing, and plus all the, you know, bunny girls that were, you know, at Celine's party. Just gonna put that right there. There we are. You know, just the circle, you know, pointing out Lorenzo. Just gonna put that right there. Just right there. I couldn't bear to watch anymore, so I tightly shut my eyes and covered my ears, trying to block out as much of the chaos as I could physically possible.
Yeah, I can't imagine how painful all that must have been for you, Squigly.
It was so very painful, Doug. More painful than getting the bullet lodged in my own head. See what had been done to my mother and to our family. It was sheer agony. Not as much agony as what would happen next. An explosion had suddenly gone off near where I was hidden, and the resulting black sent me flying, propelling me out in the open. Thankfully, I haven't been injured. I wasn't injured too heavily. What happened? What was that?
Good heavens, Squigly, are you hurt?
I don't think I am.
Are you absolutely certain?
Leviathan, I think I'm fine.
Ah, thank goodness. You are worrying me, my lady.
Yes, apologies for that. Let's hurry up and hide again, before anybody notices. Sienna? Mother. There she is. The Skullgirl, my mother, Celine, hovering before me with the bodies of our family in tow, ready to attack at our command. Part of me wanted to run away. Part of me wanted to run away in fear, while part of me wanted to run to her and embrace her as tight as I could. I didn't know what to do or could feel at this moment. I just remained completely still as the two of us intensely locked eyes. Sienna, you're alive. Fully and truly alive. I am, Mother. It's only thanks to Father and Leviathan. Leviathan.
Madam Celine, just look at what you've become. It deeply pains me to see you at this state.
What are you doing inhabiting my daughter's body?
You know precisely what I'm doing, madam. I'm giving her out of your demonic grasp.
Leviathan, I command you to release my daughter to me at once. I must have her if I hope to cleanse this land of the Medici plague. Wait, Mother. I don't intend to fight the Medicis. I come here to stop you. Stop me. Sienna, dear, what are you saying? Mother, you're not yourself anymore. The heart and soul have been consumed by a great evil. I love you too much to let it ravage you any longer. For the good of you and everybody,
Also, you know, Big Ban should probably be with his partner, you know, that one guy that he's seen arresting that guy. You know, the guy that betrayed him and is part of the Medici. That's a pretty important part. It wasn't, you know, just gonna put that right there. You know, strangely, he's out of the fight. Just gonna leave that one just cooking on that furnace right there. Just gonna leave it right there. Just gonna leave it right there. That's all.
Mother, you're not yourself anymore. Your heart and soul has been consumed by a great evil. And I love you too much to let it ravage you any longer. For the good of you and everybody, I must take you down. You're talking nonsense, Celine. Would you have these wretched Medicis?
And I'm just gonna grab one other thing as well, just for fun.
If you would have these wretched Medicis
come to get away with what they've done to our family? Come to your senses and join me and your father in wiping them out. Father? Father?
Master Roberto.
There, standing before me, was the lifeless husk of my father, made another mindless slave in my mother's undead army. It was almost as I was staring into a reflection of what myself would have been become if not for this sacrifice. At that moment, I knew there was no reasoning with the Skullgirl. My mother would have to be put down. Father, no. Mother, how could you do this to Father? To our own family? You've become no better than the Medicis themselves.
You will compare me to those traitorous cretins who taken you all from me? Such insolence. This is what I must do, Selena.
This isn't right, Mother. Nothing can justify what you've done.
I watched her murder you, Sienna. She looked me right in the eye and had a twisted smile on her face as she shot that awful weapon in your head. When she stole your life away, she stole mine as well.
Mother,
I have no reason to live without my beloved family. Please, dear, will you not help me in avenging you?
Mother, I'm sorry. I cannot join you, Mother. I could never join you. You've done too much evil.
I see.
I love you, Mother. I can't stand to see you suffer any longer. This is why I must release you from the clutches of the Skull Heart. I beg you, do not make this difficult for me.
So, that's your answer then?
Well then, it seems like I'm left with no choice. Mother?
If you want to join me, that means you stand against me. If you mean to stand against me, then you're no daughter than mine. Madame Celine, how could you utter such a thing? What of your beloved family? What of your beloved family being your reason to live? You intend to stop me from getting my vengeance for our family. So that makes you an enemy of my family. And if you oppose me, I will put you down just as I will every Medici in this world.
Leviathan, what happened to my mother? Why is she casting me away like this?
It is the Skull Heart. Its influence has warped Celine's once kind and gentle, noble heart, and left her with nothing but malice and thirst for blood. We're afraid we're left with no other option. We must destroy it by first destroying her. Don't worry, Celine. We got your back.
What?
I happened to do this, Miss C. You and your family had some real talent. It's a sad, sad day to see y'all ending up like this. I'll make sure those people who did this to you get put away for a long time. Oh, wow, that would have made sense if you were a cop at this point. But no, you're big band at this point. So I guess you don't have your badge at this point. So I guess you can't really put them away at this point since you're not a cop at this point. So that kind of... Okay. But first, I'm gonna have to put a stop to you. Shouldn't exist here. Should be Big Band's partner. Ooh. But still,
I've always held that Skullgirls to be the most tragic of all creatures. I sincerely do sympathize with you. I know you never wished for things to turn out this way, but unfortunately, either of us are left with a choice, Celine. Prepare to be eliminated.
Shouldn't exist here. And I will prove it soon.
So, you're a mom too, huh? That makes this so much harder. Don't worry, Miss Kuyalaw. I promise I do not drag this out. I won't make you or your daughter suffer more than you already have. With that said, Annie up. Annie up. Leviathan, they're helping us.
Indeed, my lady.
It's gonna add a couple of cool things right here, ladies and gentlemen. Just a couple of really cool things. you know. Click. Just, just, let's see. Skullgirl, Lorenzo, Squigly, ASG. Who's the ASG? Oh yeah, I forgot. Technically, since, Alex A had just admitted that, since, Delilah doesn't have, Dahlia doesn't actually have any, ties to the Medici, she's still considered an ASG. So I guess that fits the description right there. Ah! Squigly, ASG, Lorenzo, and Skullgirl. Where's Annie? Indeed, my lady. With these kind souls as our ally, our victory is certainly assured, Madame Celine. We are terribly sorry about this, but your reign of terror shall end here and now. You will not stop me. I will have my just revenge, and anyone who will deprive me of it shall not be spared my wrath. That includes you, Sienna. You will be punished severely for defying your mother. Mother. I love you, Mother. I truly do. Please forgive me, but I cannot allow you to live. Even if I die trying, I will destroy the skull heart and forever break its hold on your soul. Skullgirl, I will defeat you. And in that next moment, Leviathan and I began to do a heated battle with my mother. With our three mysterious allies, well, I guess there would technically only be, let's see. Yes, but what I just put on that new picture, that's Squigly's official page. Official page. It's the official page right there. The official page. The official page. The official biography. But let's not dawdle on, certain facts of the lore and stuff like that. And in this very next moment, Leviathan and I began to do a heated battle with our mother. With our three mysterious allies aiding us, she sent us on an entire undead legion at us. But thanks to our combined efforts, we were able to repel all of them. Yes! Yes, Solaris, that makes a lot of sense putting that video in there. I was the most inexperienced out of all of us, so Leviathan guided me through most of my fight. He inspired me, my liking combat, to a form of dance. So I began to hone dance techniques and attacks. From that moment on, fighting became like a second nature to me. That's how you learn to fight so well. Indeed, Doug. With the strength and confidence and assistance from Leviathan, I was able to hold on to my angle. I was able to hold my own against my mother surprisingly well. Meanwhile, the Medici began bowing out. Or he just decided to let us fight amongst ourselves. Well, technically, we go on into this, the official thing, the battle between Skullgirl and Lorenzo. Technically, if we go into the ASG, I guess Black Dahlia still fits there, so I guess, Squigly doesn't really know that, so I guess that wouldn't really make more sense as the Medici actually bowing out. But technical, Medici monsters definitely would, but I don't think Black Dahlia would, as she, probably seems like she would be defeated at this point if she's not showing up at this point to kill somebody. Alright. Dahlia. Time to wrap things up. I say we're done here. But Celine is yet to be dealt with. Shouldn't we stay here and finish what we started? Afraid we can't. I can feel the effects of the life gem starting to wear off. I'm in need of another recharge. Besides, we already won here, so let's just leave these peasants to finish them off. No matter how it ends, history will still see us as the victors of this war. Alright, I'll send all of our men to start picking up and packing up and heading out. So all the Medici are concerned, Celine Kuyalaw is dead. Exactly.
What about the skull heart? Let him have it for now. I don't need such a thing. Show everyone I crushed the Kuyalaws without a scratch on them. I have something else in mind. Darling, I have a special assignment to you. Alright, so, how you know how much I enjoyed this special assignment? When the fighting is over, bring me the body of that Kuyalaw girl. I want to give her and her family a proper send-off. I couldn't think of anything more appropriate. Consider it done. Well, let's go out here.
The Medici quietly left the scene. In the battle Kuyalaw, the 3 other combatants and I continued holding out against our mother, taking everything she would throw at us, while also responding with blows of their own. The struggle was quickly approaching its end. Before long, my mother began slow fatigue.
It's fools. No matter how much we asked, you will never best me. I wouldn't be so much sure about that, Mrs. C. You look pretty worn out to me. I'd say you've had enough. You're having trouble keeping up the beat. How long were you waiting to use that one, Ben? Yeah, I know it was corny. Quit rolling your eyes under that mask. Just help me out, Ellie.
Alright, Ben. I find your corniness endearing anyway. Have some of this, Skullgirl.
Damn it all. Shouldn't exist here.
My mom didn't take kindly to that type of
Language, you know. But other than that, I'm sure that you two are very much alike. That makes it all the hard to do this.
Mother's going to meet Leviathan. I think this battle may soon be over.
Indeed, battle. The end is in sight. So don't lose your will just yet. Let's give the Skullgirl all we've got.
Right.
Sienna.
I'm sorry, Mother. This is for your own good.
Sienna, I command you to stop.
I won't stop until I freed you. Sienna, please. Mother.
Squigly, no. You mustn't let yourself get distracted. No matter what, we must finish this fight.
Alright. Sienna, daughter, please stop.
Focus. This is a battle for Celine's soul.
That's much longer. Please, Sienna. Please, Sienna. Please, dear. Please, stop. Squigly. Mother.
This is it, my lady. One more blow should finish her. Squigly.
Forgive me, Mother. What have I done?
You've done the right thing, Squigly. It might not seem so at first, but I assure you, you've done the right thing. Fare thee well, Madame Celine.
Mother.
Sob.
Alright.
And
just like that, I emerged victorious. I protected New Meridian from chaos and destruction. I destroyed the Skull Heart. I defeated my mother. Sniffle.
Squigly. Let's start heading back to the lab, Billy. I don't think we're needed here anymore. Doc's gonna want to hear about this.
Right, Ben. About the commotion. Those poor children must be ward sick as well.
How? Okay. This is why it doesn't make sense. This is why this literally doesn't make sense. Those poor children. You mean the children that she was, doing in you mean the children that she was guarding in like the stage? You mean the children that she guards? Why are they all not like aged 14 and older? How are they not aged by 14 and older? How are they not aged 14 years? And if they were just children, how is there like not a ton more ASG that we haven't seen and just those kids?
Literally, the only ASG we've seen is literally Big Band, her, and like freaking Black Dahlia. How is those kids not aged 14 years? Maybe they're not ASGs, but why are they not aged 14 years above? Because she's been buried for another 14 years. Well, actually 10 years, but still 10 years upon that. 10 years. And remember, Alex A. had himself has said that Black Dahlia is still considered an ASG as she has no affiliation to the Medicis and only uses them for her, like, you know, sick purposes of violence. So she would still consider being Medici. How have they not been aged 14 years? Well, 10 years. How have they not aged? How have they not aged? How have they not aged? Unless if like every single one of them has a life gen inside, which makes no sense. How have they not aged in like 1 year from that point? How are they? How are they not aged? How are they not aged? Gotta moisten those lips. Okay. Okay. The children. The children. How have they not aged a day? And if they were like kids, how have we not seen more of those kids? That makes no sense. And I'm not poking holes to, like, you know, diss on Lockjaw. I'm poking holes to help. I'm not poking holes to diss anything of his story, because the story is still really good, but I am poking holes just to make sure that, you know, it helps. But come on. How are they not aged today? Alright, let's keep going. Speaking of poor children. Oh yes, poor girl. My heart goes out to her. I truly hope she and her family can find peace. Same here. They didn't deserve to go out like this. So they just fought with Squigly and they're not even going to bury their body or anything like that? Yes, but who are the different kids that just it doesn't make any sense at all. I mean, like, even when, like, he takes Peacock, even when, like, Avian take Peacock in, they're, like, surprised that, like, she's young because he only just, like, started taking in kids and rebuilding them and such. Like, just started doing that. So it's, like, a whole first generation of kid things. Yes, but Leduc in his canon info is, like, said to be found when he was a teenager. Whatever. Makes no sense. Again, if those kids were Leduc, they would have not been aged that much. They would have been aged way further, man. Okay, whatever. Agreed, no matter how many Skullgirls we encounter, our job will never become any easier. I know that the Medici's buried Squigly, but I'm just saying, in this story that Lockjaw has just created, having Big Band and Ilium be here and literally talking about Squigly being a poor girl, it makes no sense for them, being the nice people that they are, not to at least bury the body or do something with it, since they just fought a whole entire Skullgirl with that body. That literally makes no sense at all, that they would just leave it, like, they would just leave it lying there for anybody to just pick up, so then the Medici picks them up and then buries her. That makes no sense at all. Makes no sense. Makes no sense. Makes no sense. No, but jam. It makes no sense at all that, like, Big Band is even Big Band in this one. Like, literally. Like, look. Look at this. Hey, look. There's Lorenzo. Here's all the bunnies that killed Celine's parents. You see Lorenzo? You see Big Band? You see his partner? You see his partner? You see Lorenzo? You see Big Band? Okay, you see Lorenzo? You see his partner? It's literally right in there. Instead of Ilium, he should just be with his partner. But they are literally right there in your story. Why would they leave her? But it's not a minuscule thing. It's a huge plot hole. It's a huge plot hole. But yeah, no, there's Lorenzo. There's all the bunny girls. Again, the ASG is Black Dahlia. Again, she doesn't have any affiliation or, like, you know, loyalty to the Medici. She only does their jobs because it's insanely violent and she loves violence. She's still considered an ASG because she doesn't have any loyalties to it. Alex Ahad himself has confirmed that. Whatever. It's not even nitpicking things. This is a big plot holes.
Yes, Rest easy, Contios. Rest easy, Selena.
See, he even goes like, rest easy. Why is he not burying her? Sob. She's technically still alive, but why are they not? Like, they're like, okay, she's dead. We should make sure that her body's, like, there. Sienna. Shouldn't be here. Should not be here at all. Squigly's bio in the, you know, official website. And he's never mentioned in the fight. Magma, I cannot move on. This is just because, you know, it's good to nitpick these things, so then in revisions it's always fixed. Again, it is his story and he can keep it as well as he wants, but I will be here to nitpick him if it's still there. You know?
Hello again.
I'm so sorry about your mom, Sienna. No one should ever be made to do what you had to do today. I really, really do feel pain. I just want you to know, no matter what you may be feeling right now, you saved her. You saved her soul.
Sob.
You did good, Sienna. When you meet her again in the next life, I'm sure she'll tell you herself.
Thank you.
Alright. Exactly. Exactly. Thank you, Sonic Shadow of Silver, for pointing out my point even further. That she is considered an ASG. Even further.
Goodbye, Sienna.
She has affiliation with them, but not a full-on membership status. She's still considered an ASG. And even if she does have full-on membership status, she is technically still an ASG at that point. We'll meet again someday. Sob. My lady.
Leviathan, What's happening to me? I suddenly feel faint.
My lady, I regret to inform you that our time here is drawing to an end. And now that the Skullgirl has been destroyed, you shall soon be returning to its internal rest.
What? No, I want to live. Is there anything that you can do, Leviathan? Please help me.
I'm afraid there's nothing either of us can do. Our only option is to resign our fate. I'm terribly, terribly sorry.
Just gonna have that there as well. Just right on there.
No, I don't want to die.
Well, Squigly, do not despair. I assure you, this is not the end.
What do you mean, Leviathan?
When we destroy the Skull Heart, him soon will return. So shall we.
You really mean that?
I give you my word. But whatever happens, we will do this. Whatever happens, we will have to do this all again. Will you be content with that, my lady?
Yeah, yes, Leviathan. No one should ever have to experience this pain. When the skull heart reappears, and will return alongside it. It will be my life's purpose to destroy it. Not only on one condition.
What would that be, my lady?
That you stay with me.
I promise, my lady. When you next awaken, I shall be by your side. I shall follow you till the end.
Thank you, Leviathan.
Think nothing of it.
Sniffle.
Alright then.
Alright then. I'm ready. I'll go peacefully. Goodbye, Leviathan. What was that, Mother? Just as the skull hearts began escaping my body, I looked back over to my mother lying on the ground. Her breathing was shallow and her body was beaten and bruised. She was still barely alive. With my last remaining bit of life, I went over to her quickly as often I could, and I knew as soon that both our lives would be over. Squigly. Mother, I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. No, dear. Mother, no, you don't need any forgiveness. I'm so grateful for what you've done. Mother, I'm the one who needs forgiveness. I've done so much evil. Now that you've freed me, I can go in peace. Thank you, Squigly. I miss you, Mother. Leviathan, thank you for protecting my precious Squigly.
Oh, wait.
Leviathan, thank you for protecting my precious Squigly. Please, keep watch over her.
I swear to her, madam, she and I will never part. You have my deepest apologies for all this. May you have the most peaceful of rest.
I know I will. I love you, Mother. I love you too, Santa. Goodbye, Mother. Goodbye, my dear Santa. I'm glad we could embrace one final time.
Whew! That one took a long time.
Whew. Everything began to fade as my mother and I hugged. My breath